Hello and welcome to fsc-capital's YouTube channel. My name is Shah Chowdhury. I am the founder and head coach here at FSC. I will be your host throughout this video series. I first stumbled across on Forex when I was 18 years old. I was working as an IT technician at a local computer store when a colleague of mine introduced me to it. Naively, after our discussion and him telling me how he's been generating profits in the Forex market, I went and started to do my own research into it. When I came across this advert on YouTube, I eventually registered to go on one of their seminars which they were hosting in London at a fancy hotel in Mayfair. Well, cutting the long story short, I was sold after seeing beautiful cars parked outside. Them telling us we could be financially free, go on expensive holidays at the best hotels, and work from anywhere as long as we have an internet connection and a laptop. I got sucked into purchasing their course, which they gave me a set of DVDs, all password protected. And the funny story is, I'm now 37 years old and still waiting for those passwords to access that training course. Anyway, I was instructed to open up a trading account with a specific broker in order for them to provide us with live training. They even told us how much to fund the account with. Foolishly, I went ahead and opened that account. Now, why wouldn't I? I spent thousands on their training course. I was not going to walk away just for a trading account, and not to mention, they even told us to subscribe to a charting package. I think it was e-signal at that time. Well, you can imagine what happened. I blew that account within 2 weeks and was instructed to deposit more funds. Now the funny thing is, I couldn't access the training on the DVD set. So they were telling me where to enter, where to take profits, and where to place my stop losses. Even then, I blew that account within 2 weeks. I eventually walked away with my tail between my legs, knowing I had been ripped off. I gave up on the idea of getting rich quick from Forex trading and carried on concentrating on developing my computer skills. Years later, I stumbled across a guy on YouTube. He was explaining what it took to be successful in Forex, what step was needed, and amazingly I followed him for years, picking up valuable information for absolutely free. Eventually, I took the courage to sign up for his syndicate program and a live room that his ex-student was hosting. And now he is a brilliant coach. Let me tell you, that was probably the best thing I ever done. Now 37 years old, I have launched my own trading company, fsc-capital. The purpose of this channel is to provide you with educational content, eliminating the misconception on Forex trading. I have no doubt whatsoever you've probably seen many, if not hundreds of videos on YouTube claiming how you can become a millionaire overnight. Or the best one is, my personal favorite, is how a trader has turned a $500 account into $100,000 over a few months. You have probably seen these traders showing off beautiful penthouses, cars, private jets, but in reality they have not got your best interests at heart. What they are actually doing is selling you a dream, like the dream I was sold when I was 18 years old. In order for you to become consistently profitable, you need to put in a lot of hard work. This will eliminate your social time and many sleepless nights. Trading the market is a grind and needs to be treated as a business, but I assure you one thing: in the long term it will pay off, and if done correctly you will obtain that financial freedom. I would also like to mention that fsc-capital is not associated with any IB contracts. For those who are unaware of what IB stands for, it's Introducing Broker Contracts. We will never recommend a broker here or discuss any brokerage whatsoever. So rest assured, I have got your best interest in heart. My aim is to provide you with the knowledge and the tools to becoming successful. By now, the people who came in here for that dream in search of becoming rich overnight has probably fled from this video in search of another, and for those who is in it for the long run and still watching, go ahead and subscribe to the channel and hit that bell notification so as soon as I have published the next video you will be notified. Now let's get started. What's in this video? Now notice I have money management as my number one. I can't stress this more, but money management is the most important of all in my opinion. In this video I will only touch the surface on each topic, but I aim to make individual videos. The second is trading psychology, which is another major and will define if you will succeed in this career or not. Now we come down to everyone's favourite, trade entries. Now this ain't probably your fault, but everyone I know skips money management and trading psychology and jumps straight into this section because it's the fun stuff. The reason why I stated it's probably not your fault is because majority of the educational gurus out there want to show you that they can generate profits and to convince you from that to purchase their courses, live rooms and signal services. Lastly, I am going to go over trade management because you are required to know how to manage a trade once you're in one. I am a very strong believer in money management. I want you to imagine the following. You have two traders, one with a very good trading strategy that makes money 70% of the time but with no money management, and the other that makes money only 40% of the time and loses about 60% but has an excellent money management strategy behind him. Who would you say will come out on top? The trader with excellent money management or the trader with the good strategy? You might be surprised here, but the trader with excellent money management will walk over the trader with good trading strategy, because I assure you the steps that the trader with the money management will be taking is a lot stronger than the trader with the good strategy. And the reason behind that is because the trader with good money management will be managing his risk. He will have a good trade plan in place. Okay. He will make good use of his stop loss. He will be measuring his trade size. He will have a good risk reward ratio in place. Now moving on to trading psychology. You can have all the structures in place. You can have a good money management strategy, a good trading strategy, but if you lack in trading psychology, well, you have a broken link. Let's take a moment and discuss what trading psychology is. Now, trading psychology refers to the mental and emotional aspects that would dictate a trader's decision and is an important factor in determining the trader's success or failure in the trading process. Now, certain emotions like greed, fear and regret play important roles in the trading process. Let me demonstrate a person with a bad trading psychology. I want you to imagine this. Price breaks structure resistance to the upside, and I missed the trade. So at this point in time, I'm kicking myself. I anticipate for price to retrace back so I can get involved. And after anxiously waiting, it retraces back to support, which was once resistance, and I take a long large position knowing I am going to make a huge gain on this trade. As soon as I enter the trade, the price goes against me. I am starting to fear it's going to hit my stop loss, but still certain price will go up and continue to go make higher highs. Price is still moving against me. I end up moving my stop loss lower. Okay, at this time price has moved a substantial amount, and I'm very nervous. I'm going to lose a lot of money here. Now, my perception of this trade going to make higher highs and I'm going to generate a lot of money in this trade has completely blown out. All I want now is price to move back up even a bit so I can exit out of this trade. I can't take any more. I've had enough. Price eventually moves towards where I entered and I come out taking a small loss. You can imagine what happened next. Price went up, made higher highs, and I lost out. Okay, that is a bad trading psychology. That's basically it. Now everyone, I've just demonstrated what bad psychology is. How do we actually overcome this? Well, in a few ways. Create a good trading plan and stick to it religiously. Secondly, backtest all your strategies. By doing so, you will know how it performs in all market conditions. You will know your win-loss ratio. You will know your drawdowns, and most importantly, you will gain trust in what you are doing. Now let's move on to the fun stuff. I'm not going to be showing you fancy charts at this point. I'm only touching the surface. But trade entries. This is everyone's favorite. Now I don't think you will start off by building your own strategy because you will require experience, and in order to build a good strategy, you need endless hours of charting time. You need to be able to understand fully how to read a price chart. But however, if you decide to build your own strategy, then these first 10 steps might help you get started. Now I hope you guys are taking notes. Number 1, form your market ideology. Number 2, choose a market for your trading strategy. Number 3, choose a trading time frame. Number 4, choose a tool to determine the trend. Number 5, define your entry trigger. Number 6, plan your exit trigger. 7, define your risk. 8, write down your trading rules. Number 9, and an important one, backtest your trading strategy. And last but not least, always plan how to improve your trading strategy. Now, this is where majority of the people start, is finding a strategy, and there is thousands online. All you have to do is go and Google it and it's there. No matter whether you are building your own strategy or finding one online, please go ahead and backtest that strategy. I can't stress this enough. You must know the overall performance, whether it's profitable or not. By backtesting, it will enable you to discover the win-loss ratio, the drawdowns. You will build trust and so forth. So go ahead and backtest your strategy. It's boring, it's not fun, and it takes time. Lastly, signal service. Now, I would not recommend anyone to go out there and find a signal service. Stay away from it completely. It might make you some money at first, but I assure you one thing, you will eventually walk away with a hole in your pocket. Now, I'm not stating that signal service don't work, okay, in the long run, but understand this. You do not know what strategy they are using. You do not know the overall performance. You do not know about their drawdowns. And mainly, you will not have trust. Say you are using a signal service. They tell you to place a trade. Okay? You place that trade and you make some money. You place a second trade. You make some money. You place a third trade. You lose money. Fourth one, you lose money again. Third one, you lose money. Now you are worried. You're stressed out. You're thinking this damn signal service is not working. Okay, and you stop. You walk away and you find another signal service, thinking that might work for you. But how do you know the next trade on that signal service wouldn't have made you money? Or the next one, and the next one. You don't know. You don't know the overall performance. You don't know the drawdowns. You might have been in a small drawdown. Okay. My advice is stay away from signal service, because you know what, you'll never be financially free. You'll be dependent on this signal service to generate profits for you. Go out there and learn how to trade for yourself. Lastly, trade management. Now, if you're not a fundamental trader like me and do not wish to gamble, one advice I can give you is go there, find a good Forex calendar and highlight important news events and stay completely out of the markets around that time. Okay, if you're already in a trade, then my advice to you is actively manage those trades during the news releases. I wrote a blog just on fundamentals. If you wish to go and read it, go on to my website at www.fsc-capital.co.uk. Managing risks. Now, there's different ways of managing risks. If you trade multiple targets on one trade, multiple positions on one trade, when your first target is hit, you can move your stops to break even. Now, for your second position, you've just turned that position into a risk-free trade. Okay, you can trade your stops. There's so many ways of managing risk, and I will go through all of that in detail on its individual videos. Well everyone, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're serious about learning to trade, then hit that subscribe button along with that bell notification. Also hit that like button. It will enable me to go and make more educational content for you all. I really hope you took notes. If not, feel free to go and watch it again, and if you have any questions, please leave a comment below. Thank you for watching, and until the next episode, stay well and happy trading.